This smoked catfish stew is simple, but the flavor is a banger. So keep watching. To begin, I'm going to soak the catfish with some hot water and salt for about 5 minutes to soften it up. While I'm waiting for that to soak, I'll prep the pepper mix. I have some bell peppers, onions, tomatoes, and some scotch bonnet pepper. Next, take out the seed from the bell pepper, cut them into small sizes and blend roughly. Today's hug goes to Lauren Beverly, watching from the United States. I'm glad you love watching the recipes. Please let me know where you're watching from so I can send you a hug in my next video. So after blending, the texture should look like this. It's roughly blended. Next, I'm going to dilute this hot water so I don't burn myself, and now wash the fish. You can scrub this fish with a sponge depending on how dirty it is. You see why it is important to wash your fish. Most times you'll find ants, or is it worm? Yeah, please make sure you always wash your fish with hot water and salt. So now I'm going to clean this fish multiple times until it is clean. So now let's put everything together. In a pot, I'm going to heat up some oil and then fry some sliced onions for about 10 seconds before I add the iru. I'm using dawa, but you can use iru if you have that. It's the same thing. This is just the dry version of the iru. Next, I'm going to add the seasoning cubes and fry all of this for about 2 minutes until it is translucent. At this point, your neighbor should know that something is happening in your kitchen. Next, I'll add the fish. This fish was quite tough, so I wanted it to cook together with the pepper mix. Next, I'll add the pepper mix. It doesn't matter, you can add the pepper mix first or the fish first. It doesn't really matter for this recipe. We just want everything to cook together. So once I add that, I give that a quick stir and then season with a bit of curry powder and some thyme, and then cover halfway through so it can start frying. You want to be careful with salt and seasoning cube when making this recipe because catfish is already smoked with salt, and when I was washing it, I also washed it with salt. So you want to be careful. Let it cook down first, and then if you need to adjust, you can now add a little bit. A few minutes later, I check on the stew and it is coming along really well. So I'm going to give this a quick stir. I also tasted at this point and then I thought I needed a little bit more seasoning, so I added some all-purpose seasoning, stirred on this, and then feel free to loosen with a bit of water if you think the sauce is too thick. Now at this point, I'm going to add a bit of basil or scent leaf if you have that where you live. Stir and allow to simmer for about a minute or two, and our sauce is ready. You guys, at this point, the aroma from this pot had already satisfied me. In fact, I was full without eating. I'm serving this with some rice and some fried plantain. You can have this with yam, with potato, on the side with beans. It is actually a multi-purpose sauce, okay? I hope you enjoyed watching. Let me know if you get to try this out and how well you enjoyed it. See you in my next one. Bye.